If wealth was just about math, then every accountant would be chilling in a gold plated hammock sipping mango smoothies on a private island called Tax Haven. But look around. That is not how it works. Because if building wealth was as simple as save more than you spend, then my cat would already own 3 rental properties and a crypto wallet. But no, instead, she just knocks things off tables like she is in debt with the universe. So, what is the actual secret? What are the hidden levers, ninja mind tricks, and unspoken rules that separate people who stack money like Lego bricks from those who constantly wonder where the heck their paycheck disappeared to, even though they have been living off noodles and good intentions? Spoiler alert, it is not just budgeting spreadsheets and compound interest calculators. Although, yes, math helps. But that is like saying brushing your teeth helps with dating. True, but if you do not also shower and have at least one interesting thought per year, you are still going to die alone. All right, so let us dive into the real deal. Wealth is not just about what you know, it is about how you think. Your brain is either your best financial advisor or the sketchy guy in a trench coat who keeps convincing you to buy stuff you do not need because you deserve it. Building wealth is 20% math and 80% psychology. And that psychology? Oh, baby. It is messier than your uncle's garage and just as full of broken tools and emotional baggage. First, let us talk about delayed gratification, also known as not acting like a toddler in a candy store. A study from the 1970s, back when phones had cords and disco was a serious lifestyle choice, called the marshmallow test, revealed that kids who could wait 15 minutes for 2 marshmallows instead of eating one right away ended up doing better in life. More education, better jobs, fewer restraining orders. Delayed gratification is basically your ability to say, hey, future me deserves something nice, instead of always handing the wheel to present you, who thinks buying a jet ski on credit is a personality trait. So, how do you strengthen your money mindset muscles? Easy. Stop making emotional decisions with logical excuses. Like saying, this $200 coat was actually a good investment because it was 70% off. That is like setting your house on fire and calling it a budget heating strategy. Instead, start creating money habits that run on autopilot. Because motivation is like Wi Fi in the woods, it disappears exactly when you need it most. Systems beat motivation every time. You do not need to hype yourself up to save money every month if your savings are already being automatically moved to a separate account before you can accidentally spend them on fancy candles or gourmet pickles. Another huge part of wealth building is understanding the difference between income and wealth. Income is how much you earn. Wealth is how much you keep. There are people making 6 figures who are still one parking ticket away from a financial breakdown because they spend like money comes from a magic tap that never turns off. Meanwhile, there are millionaires out there who wear Costco hoodies, drive 10-year-old cars, and pay in cash like they are allergic to debt. Why? Because they are playing a different game. This brings us to lifestyle creep, the sneakiest villain in the financial world. It is like when your income goes up and your spending follows it like a puppy with zero boundaries. You get a raise, and suddenly you need a bigger apartment, fancier dinners, and subscriptions to things you do not even use. Soon, you are broke again, but now you are broke in leather shoes. Yay? To win the wealth game, you have to trick your brain into loving boring. Seriously. Wealth is built by doing boring things consistently over time. Investing in index funds, avoiding debt like it is an ex at a wedding, and letting compound interest work its black magic in the background. It is not sexy. It is not exciting. It is not going to make your friends gasp in awe at brunch. But it works. Speaking of investing, let us bust a myth right now. You do not need to be a Wall Street wizard with 7 monitors and a daily stock picking ritual that involves moon phases and goat bones. No. Just start early, be consistent, and use tools like low-cost index funds that spread your risk and track the overall market. Warren Buffett, who is basically the financial Yoda, said most people would be better off just investing in an S&P 500 index fund. That is right. The guy who could buy a small country recommends a strategy you can literally set up on your lunch break. And here is a spicy twist. Your environment affects your money decisions way more than you think. If your friends treat money like a game of how fast can we spend it, guess what you're going to do? Spend it. You are not made of iron willpower. You are made of squishy human habits and peer pressure. But if you surround yourself with people who talk about investing, saving, building things, and creating value, suddenly money starts behaving differently in your life. It is like social osmosis. You absorb whatever vibe you are around the most. Choose wisely. If your group chat thinks YOLO is a retirement strategy, maybe mute it for a bit. And oh, let us not forget the biggest mental block of them all: beliefs about money. If you think money is evil, or rich people are all villains in disguise, your subconscious is going to sabotage you like a bitter side character in a teen drama. You cannot build wealth if your brain thinks having it makes you a bad person. That is like trying to win a marathon while also yelling at your legs for being too ambitious. Money is a tool. That is it. It is like a hammer. You can build a house with it, or you can smash your own foot. Same hammer, different outcomes. The secret is learning how to use it without letting it use you. So, how do you put all of this together? Here is your cheat code. First, automate your savings. Pay yourself first before your bills even get to say hello. Second, avoid lifestyle creep like it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Live below your means, even when your means start stretching. Third, invest early, invest consistently, and invest boring. Fourth, surround yourself with people who actually know what a Roth IRA is and are not afraid to talk about it at parties. Fifth, rewire your beliefs about money. It is not about greed. It is about freedom, options, and peace of mind. And do not fall into the trap of thinking you need to be rich to start. No, no, no. You do know are fit to go to the gym. You go to the gym to get fit. Wealth works the same way. You start with what you have, even if it is just $10 a week and the fierce determination of a squirrel storing nuts for winter. That consistency over time will do more than any once-off windfall. Look, we live in a world that is constantly trying to sell you stuff. Your phone is basically a pocket-sized temptation machine. Every scroll is an invitation to spend. But when you understand how wealth really works, when you see the hidden gears behind the flashy ads, you start to make different choices. Better choices. Wealthy choices. The kind of choices that future you will want to high-five you for. Right before they board a flight, they paid for in cash with no credit card hangover. So the next time someone tells you building wealth is all about math, smile politely and then go build a life that proves them wrong. Because the real formula is not just about numbers. It is about behavior. It is about mindset. It is about turning your brain from a financial potato into a wealth-building ninja who sips mango smoothies on that private island. Or at least does not panic when the car needs new brakes. If this video made your neurons giggle and your wallet feel seen, drop your thoughts in the comments. What is your best money habit or your worst financial mistake that now lives rent-free in your memory? And if you want more fast, funny, genius-level content like this, smash that subscribe button like it owes you money. This is XQ, quick, funny explanations. And we just made wealth psychology more entertaining than a late-night infomercial. See you in the next video. Future Millionaire.